How long does it take people to figure out that these pieces of plastic called credit cards are not there for you?
Dave Ramsey points out that many people dive headfirst into the world of credit cards without fully comprehending the potential consequences. To drive home this point, he likens it to performing an on-air plastic surgery on your finances. His advice is clear. Consider cutting up those credit cards, particularly those issued by major banks like Bank of America, as they can often lead individuals down a path of seemingly never-ending debt. He also cautions against the allure of credit card rewards, such as coveted airline miles. Dave emphasizes that if you're drowning in debt, these rewards quickly lose their appeal and can ultimately keep you trapped in a web of financial difficulties. Dave stresses the importance of remembering that cash is still widely accepted at many businesses, including Home Depot. He encourages viewers not to fall for the misconception that credit cards are the only way to make purchases. Moreover, Dave reminds us that even well-established financial institutions like Countrywide have faced financial troubles. This serves as a stark reminder that exercising caution in our own financial choices is crucial, even when dealing with seemingly reputable institutions. One of the most surprising revelations from Dave's commentary is the sheer number of Bank of America credit cards in circulation. This discovery underscores the widespread nature of this financial issue and reinforces his call for individuals to take a hard look at their financial decisions. Dave's insights on credit cards and their potential pitfalls serve as a valuable wake-up call for anyone navigating the complex world of personal finance. In a country where $1 trillion in credit card debt coexists with other financial crises, it's crucial to reassess our financial habits. Let's resist the allure of rewards and instead focus on building a more secure financial future. While credit cards might seem convenient, they can indeed lead us down a treacherous path of debt. It's high time to regain control over our financial destinies. This staggering trillion-dollar debt represents a situation where individuals are purchasing items they can't truly afford, using money they haven't earned yet, all to impress people who may not even matter in the grand scheme of things. It's a cycle that begs for disruption. We've been riding this merry-go-round for 3 long decades, and it appears that we're not making significant headway. The temptation of the credit card game is undeniable. People rationalize their spending by thinking, if I'm buying gas anyway, why not put it on my credit card to get some cash back? Or, I'll make these purchases eventually, so I might as well accumulate those airline miles. Yet, it's akin to Dr. Phil's famous question, so how's that working for you? Dave's message is crystal clear. It's time to break free from the allure of credit cards and focus on building a financially secure future. These pieces of plastic might offer short-term convenience, but their long-term consequences can be financially crippling. It's time for each of us to take control of our financial destinies and make decisions that truly benefit our financial well-being. The truth is, some individuals are resorting to credit cards to cover basic necessities like food. However, let's be clear about this. They do have the money for food. They're turning to credit cards because they don't want to give up the luxuries they've grown accustomed to, like Netflix subscriptions or that vacation they can't afford.
They have the money for food. They're using these because they don't want to cut off Netflix. They're using these because they want to go on vacation and they're broke.
The fundamental fact that we must acknowledge is that there's no solid economic argument for the necessity of credit cards for survival. They might seem like a lifeline, but in reality, they're more like shackles, chaining us to a cycle of debt that's tough to break free from. Today, many people find themselves in a financial quagmire where the numbers on paper don't align with the reality of their budgets. Despite meticulously calculating their expenses and income, they struggle to make ends meet. This dissonance between what's on paper and what's happening in their financial lives is a clear indication that something needs to change. It's high time for a shift in perspective and a reevaluation of financial priorities. Let's distinguish between wants and needs and make financial decisions that pave the way for long-term financial security. The path to financial freedom starts with acknowledging the pitfalls of credit card reliance and making smarter choices to secure our financial well-being. What makes this situation even more challenging is the societal pressure to maintain a particular standard of living. We're bombarded with images of an idealized lifestyle that often involves frequent dining out, entertainment subscriptions, vacations, and more. These luxuries, which were once considered optional, now seem like prerequisites for keeping up with what society expects. As a result, credit cards can start to feel like a lifeline to maintain this standard, even when the math says otherwise. Imagine that cutting back on these expenses means living a more frugal life, akin to what many believe their own government should practice when it comes to fiscal responsibility. The irony lies in the fact that while everyday Americans are expected to tighten their belts, their government appears to be on a spending spree, accumulating massive national debts without a clear plan for repayment. This situation is further exacerbated by the mounting debt burdens carried by individuals. With $1 trillion in credit card debt and a whopping $1.7 trillion in student loan debt, the average American is grappling with financial constraints that make it exceedingly difficult to get ahead. It's a complex issue, influenced by a combination of societal pressures, economic realities, and individual choices. To break free from this cycle and achieve financial stability, it's crucial for individuals to reassess their priorities and spending habits. While society may encourage a certain standard of living, it's essential to differentiate between wants and needs and make financial decisions that align with long-term financial well-being. Well, I think I've figured it out. It's the banks. They're the ones who are benefiting from all of this. That's why they have so much money, while hardworking people give away their earnings to these banks and end up with next to nothing. It's not a complicated formula. The perspective and mindset shift we need to make is clear. If you're listening and thinking, we're paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make ends meet, even the no-debt philosophy, including credit cards, can apply. Imagine creating a scenario where you say, we can't borrow anything, we have to use the money that hits our accounts. That's how you build your life responsibly. The challenge is that we often build our lifestyles first and then refuse to adjust them when unexpected expenses come our way. Take, for example, the impending return of student loan payments in October. It shouldn't come as a surprise. It's like Christmas always being in December. Yet many act shocked as if this wasn't something we've been warning about. In the coming months, many will start feeling the pain of these financial decisions even more. These are cases of plastic denial, where people deny that they have to deal with their financial issues and instead put them on a credit card, acting like nothing has changed. Well, things have changed, and these credit card companies are taking advantage of it. It's not sophisticated, it's downright foolish. These companies are exploiting you, and you willingly signed up for the ride. You're getting hit with interest rates ranging from 18% to 28%, and then you wonder why, despite making a decent income, you have no money left. You signed up for a foolish journey on the plastic cruise, and it's spiraling out of control. They've convinced you that you can't exist without plastic cards, but that's simply not true. You can follow the footsteps of those who lived without them in the past. Get yourself a debit card, pay cash for your expenses, and take control of your life. Regain autonomy from these banks because right now, they practically own you and you handed them the deed. It's time to break free from this cycle and take charge of your financial future. Dave Ramsey's insights into the world of credit cards and personal finance serve as a sobering wake-up call. The reality is that a staggering $1 trillion in credit card debt coexists with other financial crises in our nation. Dave's message is clear. It's time to reassess our financial habits and resist the allure of credit card rewards. Credit cards may offer convenience, but they can also lead to a treacherous cycle of debt. We must remember that the true purpose of credit cards should not be survival, and there's no economic justification for relying on them as a lifeline. It's crucial to break free from the cycle of credit card debt by making smarter financial choices. This means distinguishing between needs and wants, acknowledging the dissonance between budget calculations and financial reality, and taking steps to regain control over our financial destinies. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to show your support by liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below.